This is the story of how track and field and I met. When I tried my hardest, the very first memory of track and field I can recall was a long time ago, and I must have been in first or second grade. I was at the Long Beach Wilson High School track meet, and I was watching a long distance race, and I remember some girl getting lapped. I literally thought she was dying. That was probably why I never wanted to run any type of long distance running event. Fast forward to 8th grade, we had a long jump competition in PE, and I jumped about 13 feet, but I felt that I could do so much more if I knew what I was doing. My freshman year in high school, I played football and basketball, and after my last football game, my coach asked me what sport I was going to do in the spring. I shrugged my shoulders, and he quickly told me, "Come out to track." My track and field career started that day. During basketball, I was pulled up for varsity for playoffs, and I got a real taste of competition and higher expectations. So at tryouts for track and field, I had a chip on my shoulder. Coach Van Dam had me run the 100-meter dash, and I ran the hell out of that race. I mean, I was moving. Well, I thought I was. His first comment was, "I thought you were fast." So then he gave me some pointers and had me try the hurdles. He told me to take 3 steps in between the hurdles, and that's literally exactly what I did. So I became a varsity hurdler that second. My first competition at El Dorado High School was up and down. I was so nervous getting into the blocks for the 110-meter hurdles. I was a 14-year-old freshman looking over at kids with hair under their arms. I mean, it was just crazy. The gun went off and I was literally frozen stuck. I didn't start my race until the athletes were literally at the first hurdle. The El Dorado hurdler next to me hit his hurdle so hard that my hurdle turned sideways, and I freaked out and stopped at the first hurdle. I ended up 5-stepping my hurdle race and finished dead last. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life. Set for redemption, my next race on the track was the 300-meter hurdles. Got in the blocks, the gun went off, and I literally shot out like a 100-meter sprinter. I got to the first hurdle and I jumped as high as I possibly could. I literally broke the long jump record. I know I did. That was not good. So each hurdle I lowered my trajectory, and by the third hurdle, my foot hit underneath the hurdle crossbar. Yeah, I fell. And I fell hard. I fell on my chest. The wind was knocked out of me, and I started breathing in all the dirt from the dirt track. It was embarrassing, and my whole world just stopped. Then a tapping noise became a relevant sound. The sound was irritating. It was almost taunting me. I looked up, and it was the sound of the El Dorado runner passing my dusty body as I laid there lifelessly. The adrenaline hit me. Then I popped up off the ground like Popeye. No, the Incredible Hulk, because I was not about to be beat. I literally ran my butt off. I plowed through the next few hurdles. As I got to the home stretch, I heard the cheers getting louder. Reality set in because those cheers were for me. I was gaining on the El Dorado runner who passed me earlier, and I was about to beat him. I let the cheers propel me past the runner, and I was feeling good, and I got to the last 30 meters to go, and then death tapped me on the shoulder. The adrenaline wore off. My body tightened. I dug deep for oxygen, and boom, my breathing started to sound like a wild donkey. My asthma started acting up. I crossed the finish line finally. I was literally 2 inches beyond the finish line, and I was having an asthma attack. I was panting, I was panicking. Okay, I didn't die, but it felt like I would, and that day I vowed to never do that race ever again, so I filled my schedule up with jumping events and the 110-meter hurdles. So in summary, track and field embraced me and kicked me in the nuts at the exact same time. They say track and field is an individual sport, but it's not. It's a team sport. It's a sport where you are held accountable for your actions and rewarded for doing your part. I kept going in that hurdle race because of the cheers of my teammates. They believed in me when I was literally down. Looking back, track taught me a valuable lesson. In life, you have choices to succeed or to fail. Success and failure is a choice made by you. That day I had a choice to stay on the ground, but I chose to get up. Failure is easy. You just stop doing what you're doing and start devising excuses to tell the story of why you chose to fail. For me, failure is not an option. Thank you, track and field. Nice to meet you.